to deal with the fear of commitment in love. My name is Kute Blackson, nationally best-selling author of You Are the One. Relationship, love, the thing we so want and pray for, to find someone to love, to find someone to be in love with, to find the one, the soulmate, and yet the process of loving fully and being loved fully and being seen fully and falling in love deeply, as beautiful as it is, on the other hand, can be so scary. The thought of committing yourself fully, the thought of committing yourself forever, the thought of committing yourself with one person is such a vulnerable thing. If you're feeling some fear of commitment in relationship, I want you to make a shift in focus. Many times we get so attached to a person, we get so attached to an individual. We think that our commitment is to a person and an individual, which on one level it is. But when your commitment is to a person, to an object, to an individual, it likely will limit your capacity to love, because ultimately all forms change. Nothing is temporary. You can't control an individual. They will change. They will grow. They will evolve. You don't have ultimate control over another person and who they're going to be and what they're going to do and whether they're going to be around or not. And it can be so vulnerable to give your heart fully to someone, to give your heart so completely to someone, and maybe they'll die. Maybe they'll change their mind. Maybe they'll become someone different. To open your heart that deeply and love is a vulnerable thing that needs to be honored within yourself and acknowledged. So shift your focus simply from the commitment to another person, and realize that first and foremost, your commitment is not just to another person, although that's a part of it. Your real commitment is to yourself. Your real commitment is to your deepest truth. Your real commitment is to being the most authentic version of yourself possible. Your real commitment is to honoring in relationship your deepest truth in any given moment, because the foundation of any relationship with anyone else is ultimately with yourself. And when you know that you are honoring your truth, honoring yourself, honoring your integrity in a moment, in any given moment to moment with another person, and you're honoring that within yourself as you are relating to another person, you can stand free in the power of knowing that you always have yourself, because in doing so you are not betraying yourself and giving parts of yourself away to get someone else's love. You can stand free in the knowing that you always have yourself, no matter whether that person stays or whether that person goes. The honoring of yourself, that's number one. Number two, when you are truly committed, not just to the person, but to the process of loving itself, it shifts your focus, it connects you to a deeper dimension of your own heart, and allows you to expand in a deeper loving. The commitment is not just to someone else. The commitment is to the process of loving itself. People change, forms change, people die, people come, people go. This you have no control over. What you have control over is in the degree to which you will love. All forms change. All forms evolve. All forms expand and contract. And so whether the person stays in your life, whether the person goes from your life, ultimately when you're truly committed to the process of loving, then no matter what happens, I'm not saying it won't be challenging, I'm not saying it won't be difficult, I'm not saying there won't be heartbreak and difficulties and challenges and vulnerabilities, but when you are truly committed to the process of loving itself, no matter what happens, you're committed to the loving, then you win. Because even if they go, even if they hurt you, even if they don't reciprocate, when you open your heart and love, number one, you develop, you expand, you develop your own love muscle. And as a result of loving and being a lover, no matter what the other person does, you expand, you grow, you benefit, you become more loving. But also when you expand your heart and you commit to the process of loving, this is something that no one, and I mean no one, can take away from you. Sometimes when you love someone in relationship, they may not reciprocate. They may not give it back to you. They may not know how to love you, and it has nothing to do with you. It has more to do with the fact that they may not be in a place and they may not be loving themselves. But just know, when you love, you can never lose. When you love, you open your heart, you expand, you have the experience. When you love, when you open your heart, you become more loving. And as a result, you open yourself to the possibility of also being loved and receiving love at the same level with which you are opening your heart and loving. All forms change. And sometimes, you see, in relationship, you attract to you in a particular moment, someone who you have certain lessons to learn and grow and evolve with. You also attract to you in a particular moment someone who is a vibrational, energetic match to where you are. You also attract to you someone who is a mirror manifestation of your own consciousness in a particular moment in time. So in a particular moment, you always attract to you, in a sense, what you are. So in a sense, you are not simply in relationship with somebody out there. You are in relationship with an aspect of yourself that is manifested in the form of another person. The other person really is a mirror manifestation of an aspect of yourself. There is no relationship out there. There is only a relationship out in here that is manifested out there in the form of a person that you attract to you. They are mirroring to you yourself. And every relationship ultimately, no matter how long it lasts, the real success in a relationship, and we get so attached to how long it lasts, it's got to last forever. The real success in a relationship is not whether it lasts forever. The real success in a relationship is the degree to which you became more yourself, more authentically you, the true expression that you were born to be. The real success in relationship is the degree to which you love and you expanded. The real success in relationship is the degree to which you learned the necessary lessons for which you attracted that person into your life in the first place. So if you're going to be committed to anything, yes, love the person, but realize that that person simply is an aspect of yourself that you will carry with you, that you can never lose that. That's an aspect of yourself that you will carry with you. And ultimately, when you learn the lesson, you set yourself free. So the real commitment is not just to a person. The real commitment is to learning the lesson. And when you make the real commitment to learning the lesson, then no matter what happens on the physical form with you and that person, you can never lose. You always win when you learn the lesson, and you always win when you love fully. Maybe the loving won't be returned by that person, but just know you can never cheat the universe. And so the game of relationship, the game of life, we are born to love, and you can never cheat the universe. So when you open your heart and love, it may not come back from here, but it will come back from here. And when you love and you expand, you grow. When you love and you expand, you become more. When you love and you expand, you get to express more of your natural expression. And when you do that, regardless of what the other person does or doesn't do, you transcend, you become more. You expand your capacity to then attract more of that loving into your life. The purpose of life is to love. Every relationship is simply giving you the opportunity to love more fully. Every person is simply giving you the opportunity to exercise your love. And when you go into a relationship, less focused on how long, less focused on what you can get, more focused on developing your capacity to be the greatest expression of love that you are. You are free. So in any relationship, commit fully for your own growth, for your own evolution, for your own soul's expansion. Commit. What is it you're committing to? You're committing to loving. You're committing to the process of loving, because this is what you are. No one and nothing can take it away from you. And when you demonstrate that and you live that, either that person in your life will step up and love you and meet you in that possibility, or you will attract someone who is a reciprocal vibrational match into your life in the physical form of another person who is able to meet you into your own capacity of loving. Don't wait for someone to show up. Don't wait for anyone to change. Commit to the loving. When you commit to the loving will meet you where you are at in your own expression. Hope you enjoyed this short video, folks. Keep going, keep loving, share with your family and friends. Make sure you subscribe on my website, www.kuteblackson.com. Sending you much love now.